Kylie did her biggest one. For real, like she really did. Hi my loves, your related girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video I'm coming to you all with a Baddies Caribbean episode review. The name of this episode is called Let's Get Ready to Rumble. Okay, now before I hop into my review, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I greatly appreciate you. So let's just hop into it because that's what we do. Zeus gives us a recap like they always do, and then the next day Scotty, Natalie, and Sapphire are sitting out on the patio, and Scotty comes out. I was like, is it gonna be a shroomy day today? I thought that was so funny. Like, girl, not a shroomy day. Shout out to Big Shroom over there on Now That's TV, the girls that get it. So they discuss Bianca. Well, more like Sapphire discusses Bianca, and was just like, you know, she was on some corny stuff. I feel like that was so much, doing too much with the wig. And it was like, she was like, oh, so Natalie was like, oh, so you need a new wig? She was like, no, I need another fade. So they talk about Gretchen, and somebody had said like, well, Gretchen thinks because she's Puerto Rican. This is what Sapphire said, because some Puerto Ricans think that, you know, some black people can say it, and then some of them feel like they can't. But ultimately all of the black women that are here have all said that we are uncomfortable with it, so that should have been the end of it, period, point blank. I said that in my last review, and I'll reiterate it here. I don't care what you think or what you do back at home. If you're around some people that's saying like, you know, you're making, this is making me uncomfortable, I feel like it should have been what it is. Now I just want to make this, statement, and I want y'all to follow me on this, because y'all know I lead with love, and y'all know I am, I do my best to make an attempt to create space for all of us that fall within the umbrella. It does not matter if you like this, I'm with you. But I feel like everybody not having an outrage about her saying the N-word, and when these women are basically saying I'm uncomfortable with this, is almost not quite the same, but it is akin, meaning family, like familiar, in a sense of misgendering somebody. You get what I'm saying? It's like, well, I'm gonna just call you what I want to call you, and I don't give a fuck. You can't do that because it makes me uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? If I'm a trans woman and I'm like, oh, well, I haven't changed my ID yet, so people are still gonna call me, you know, my you know, name for my former self, and I'm like, well, that makes me uncomfortable. Human decency would be to address people how they want to be addressed, period, point blank. And that's all I say. I feel like the outrage or the lack thereof is just speaking to how people don't take it serious, don't take it serious enough. And I feel like as a black person with high self-esteem and high esteem in my heritage and race and all of these things, it's very frustrating for people just to be like, oh, so what, girl? It's just it's not just a yin and yang around the house, especially if it's like that to us, because the moment that, you know, somebody else does it, and then we want to go like, we have to be that way across the board, period. And that's just how I feel about it. So let me know what y'all think about that. Y'all know, some of y'all be coming with whole dissertations. I'd be like, huh, that makes a lot of sense. And I want to know what y'all think about that, truly, because I feel like if it were somebody who was just being blatantly disrespectful and they were misgendering, mislabeling, or calling somebody a derogatory name that was in the LGBTQ community, the whole community would be like, oh, hell no, absolutely not, get this bitch out of here. But when it comes down to black people and saying something derogatory like the N-word, it does not even matter. And I feel like this is a misstep and a misjudgment on production, because whole production companies will take and edit a scene out if they find it something to be too ill, too you know, inflammatory or too harmful even. You get what I'm saying? Nobody even really cares enough, and this is why it's been turning me off that they still have this girl here, and it's just like, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, okay, so anyway, Natalie mentions Kylie, and she's like, yeah, we got the other girls coming in, and Natalie, she is on Kylie's head. Natalie must have knew something we ain't know, because Natalie keeps mentioning Kylie, girl. It is what it is. She's like, yeah, because them girls coming in and Kylie, I had to let them know I'm not going for none of that shit. And so then Jayla in the next scene is with the twins and they look good. It's their birthday. And she's like, oh, you know, we discussed the plans for the day and I had to go get a tetanus shot last night because that girl bit me. But I woke up and I did my meditation by the beach. I mean, I like Jayla because I feel like she has a balance to her. Like, you know, I'm very much living a balanced lifestyle too. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know my vibe. You know what I'm saying? If you follow me on Insta, you know my vibe. But there's a balance, bitch. Okay, don't get it twisted. Life is about duality, ho. Never forget. So, you know, everybody comes out and basically it's saying the girl Gretchen is wilding because it's the whole fact that she keeps saying that she don't give a fuck. It's like, okay, it's one thing if you didn't know that this word was upsetting, but the fact that you keep saying you don't give a fuck, it's just crazy to me. So Biggie and Meatball are outside smoking, and is it me or does Biggie and Meatball kind of favor each other? They look alike to me. I'm glad that they are, like, you know, linked up, and it's not giving, oh, you a big girl and I'm a big girl, we can't be cool with each other like how Rolly and Biggie was, girl. But that's another story. They look cool. So Biggie comes out and she was in a confessional, like, you got to be real careful with that N word. Basically, I just feel like you got to look the part in order to be able to say it, and I kind of agree with her. Basically, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and it really just depends on how you live, because you can look like and be darker but then subscribe to different mindsets. I'll just say people that rhyme with pump mindsets, you know what I'm saying? If they go with that type of administration and you're black and you say the hard ER, I'm still going to be offended by it because, you know, you already a raccoon. But I do feel what she's saying. You have to aesthetically look like that in order for people to not question, at least to not dive deep. So Tinka comes in, and them shades, girl, them shades on that girl. Somebody said I was wrong for commenting, girl. She was wrong for bleaching her skin that way. The company who's producing these self-bleaching chemicals and everything like that, they the ones who wrong, not me. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm not gonna even call her Tinka, girl. I'm calling her Pinka, because the girls who bleaches their skins, like them African girls who be real light skinned, they turn pink. They turn pink. They don't even be light skinned. All that skin bleaching and creams and everything, you don't even be light skinned. You be pink skinned. Her name is Pinkabella at this point. So Slim Dia and DTB talk, and they're talking about Gretchen. They're like, yeah, I'm on that every time, and this and the third, and they all kind of catch up. And so then they all ask DTB, like, why y'all really got beef? And she was like, well, basically it's stemming from the auditions. Like, she was mad at me because I pulled her wig, and, you know, I got my spot on the show. And so then Slim Too Bad was trying to make it seem like, oh, well, I can really see how that's not like a big deal. And she's like, it wasn't a big deal. She just keeps dragging it on. She was like, I was just trying to secure my spot. And so she was like, yeah, well, it's over with now, or something. And she was like, and she was stepping out, hogging on my wigs, and this one doing all this. And she was making TV like I was trying to secure a spot. She was trying to secure a spot too. Not really. It's not the same. Just so you like Pinkabella more than you like DTB. The whole idea is all of y'all was acting a fool and acting donkey and a monkey on those audition shows. So to allow the beat to carry over into the next season is kind of corny for the following season for y'all to finally be okay. We acted a fool, monkey, and a donkey, and now we here. We're going to get our little 1-2s out. Cool. Let's just move on for the rest of the season because they both showed their ass. Let's make no sense about it. Pinka did all of that. But she already on the show. So it is what it is. Just say they don't like DTB, period. So Dia says that she's actually Bohemian, and they talk a little bit about the Bahamas people. She's like, you know, it's really big, it's, you know, beautiful and touristy or whatever, but my brother was actually killed by the police, and I just feel like systemic oppression is everywhere, black on black, you know, I don't want to say black on black because that's not even a real concept, but anti-blackness and self-hatred is real. Catch it. So, and this is why it's so important when people who are not a part of that same oppression should not be able to say those words, because they are more aligned with the oppressor. And especially when this girl is just outright saying, I don't give a fuck, I'ma say it anyway. At that point, she might as well just say the hard ER as far as I'm concerned. So Tommie is on FaceTime with Biggie, and Biggie is all hyped up, you know what I mean? Tommie is back, she on her bullshit. Tommie looks good, Tommie gives fashion, she don't care. She's like, I'm coming harder and heavier this time. The fight with me and Natalie was on some bullshit. So Biggie stirs the pot, basically saying that Natalie is being messy to her. She's definitely trying to recruit Tommie as an ally against big bad Natalie. You know what I'm saying? Because they always go up against Biggie and Natalie for whatever reason, and Tommie is her ally. Now, Taseki is her ally too, but Tommie holds more weight and star power in comparison to somebody like Taseki, who at any point Natalie can say, nah, I'm not fucking with her no more. We all know that Taseki can probably thrash Natalie, but Taseki's not going to jeopardize her spot with Natalie and Baddies in terms of the whole infrastructure to put herself out there for Biggie. Tommie don't give a fuck, and Biggie knows it, so she's stirring the pot. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, she's like, well, how you feel about Natalie? Messy. She's like, girl, the same way I feel. She looking for allies so bad. Anyway, so the girls show up at the beach, and I'm just like, girl, this is not giving Survivor. I ain't never seen it before. It's giving Survivor. They did a big one with that little, with them tiki torches, okay? Claremont Twins is their birthday. And I don't know, it's just a scene straight out of Survivor. That's all I can say. So the OGs are there, and then the new girls arrive, and then the replacement girls arrive. And so we're introduced to Kiva, Big Kiva. And then we're introduced to Jo. I wrote down cute. Something about her was cute. Don't even know. Maybe her personality. And then we're introduced to Wendellite. She's from the DR. She has the heart-shaped boobs, or areolas, I should say. And then we see Jelly Bean. She's like, I'm Natalie's, one of Natalie's best friends from Chicago. Immediately know. Immediately know. Immediately know. Because Natalie don't have no best friends. And then we have Heaven. Heaven to me looks like Ari. Do y'all see that? I was like, well, this girl looks like Ariana Fletcher. So Natalie calls out Gretchen, and Gretchen is trying to say a little one too. Natalie then calls out Kylie, and she's like, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. No, I came in smiling with all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this and that. So Mariah pops out and tries to do she tries to say something like, Mariah, you know, one thing about Mariah, she's gonna try to insert herself. I ain't mad at her with her littlest self out there. So they ended up hugging it out like, I ain't mean to bump you, I ain't mean to spit on you, whatever the case. And it is what it is. She's like, yeah, but don't push me, no. Like, Mariah, stop it. Kylie was an official, like, girl, I know what I would do with Mariah, and I wouldn't even do it to her. I appreciate that from Kylie Way. I've been saying Kylie was beautiful, but I like her even more now. So out of nowhere, Jelly runs up on Kylie because she was like, I didn't like what she was talking to my best friend. And when I tell you shit happens quick, shit happens so quick. The mom was talking about some girl, that girl, she ain't even had to do that, girl. She beat that girl up so bad. She hit her with the kick, then she came back with the uppercut, with the uppie. When I tell you that girl's jaw was leaking, you caught a quick glimpse of it, but the what you call them tried to shield her. Baby, when I touched her, yeah, I'm standing in my spot or whatever the case, girl. You ain't lying, bitch. Put her in the house next to Taseki. I hope that they become friends, okay? So the Claremont Twins have had enough. She was like, girl, it's my birthday. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. She's like, I was just trying to, you know, do a favor for a friend and this and the third. So then Tommie comes down there. Do we have a problem? Like, she low-dogged at somebody. Tommie was already on one because she's like, what? And then when she said, do we have a problem? She was like, do we? I thought that was so funny. And then Sinead was like, you've been to my house before. You've been to my house before. So then Tommie realized it wasn't no funny stuff. And she was like, oh, well, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Tommie is just coming in with the bullshit. Coming in hot. This is what we like. This is what we expect to see from Tommie Lee. So at the same time, Meatball was catching fades with Nunu, or no, I don't know who she was catching fades with, but Nunu was beating up Dia. Nunu beat the brakes off of Dia. Good Lord. Oh my God. Not in your home country, Dia. Call out for help. One love. Okay. Fucking one heart. Y'all better fucking come together. Let's come together and baby, that's not even Bahamas, I know, but I'm just saying, but she should have called. You should have put out a fucking call, bitch, because Nunu was wearing that ass out. So then Bianca and Heaven fall out of nowhere because Bianca's looking for a moment. She's trying to prove herself too. Kylie and Mariah, they hung it out, and then, you know, it was just like a cute little moment. So I don't know, Gretchen tried to hit me with it. You snuck me for no reason. You stuck me for no reason. And so then she was like, girl, I don't know what you talking about. She was like, all right, well, what's up then, nigga? So then Jayla squares up with her again. She digs in there one more time. Like, why do you keep saying it? And at this point, it's just irresponsible on the network if you know that if it's offending, and hear me out, If it's offending the women who are your content creators and content partners, why can't you see how this could be offensive to the people who watch it? And this is why when I said in my live, I feel like they're so irresponsible and to the culture and just blatantly disrespectful to the consumer. This is what I mean. Get the girl out of here. We don't like, I don't need, like, we want to see the real, we want to see the raw, but I don't want to see nobody being like disrespected, you know, from a cultural standpoint. I don't want to see somebody being disrespected because of their sexual orientation. I don't want to see somebody being disrespected because of their like, you know, being ableist or anything like that. Shit is disgusting. And it's not like to be just, oh yeah, let's just keep it in because it's for shock value. Like, you have to have some sort of fucking integrity. Well, anyway, Jayla pops up on her, and then Tommie shows up on a horse in that thong bikini, girl. And remember when Joseline was on that horse? That horse, I don't want to say the horse was lame, but it was very close to. That's all I'm going to say. So Meatball looked like in the next episode is going to step behind Biggie up against Jayla, which, you know, she's looking to recruit some people to get Jayla up off her back. Jayla, focus your energies on Gretchen, okay? I want to know what you all think. I want to know what you all think. Drop down in the comments. You know, we're here to have a friendly conversation. Some people are just like, oh, it's not a big deal with the whole N-word thing. I am somebody who, again, I'm going to step always. I want to know what y'all think about it. How do we feel about Callie? Callie need to be in the big house with the big bitches at this point. Pinkabella, DTB, because we watch DTB on the other network. I feel like she needs to figure out how she's gonna make it work. I feel like the girls that come over from Now That's TV never truly work on the Zeus shows. I'm sorry, it's just a shame, but we shall see. Anyway, let me know what you think. Who was your breakout and favorite baddie of this week's episode? Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.